All right, let's deep dive into Kuala Lumpur.
So good.
We've got FlightNHotels.com and a detailed travel guide ready to explore this amazing city.
Awesome.
In Kuala Lumpur, it's more than just a city. It's a blend of modern and ancient bustling markets, incredible food, and a cultural mix you won't find anywhere else.
Yeah, Kuala Lumpur is really a fascinating place. It's a true crossroads of cultures. You've got Malay, Chinese, Indian, indigenous, and you see all those influences everywhere.
So like in the architecture.
Yeah, the architecture.
The food, probably.
Oh, definitely the food.
The festivals.
Even the festivals you experience.
Yeah.
It's like stepping between different worlds, just walking a few blocks, which makes it so captivating.
So where do we even begin?
Well, you can't talk about Kuala Lumpur without the Petronas Twin Towers.
Of course. They're iconic.
Yeah, they're iconic.
And I've seen pictures, and they're impressive.
Oh.
But what's the story behind them?
Well, for a while, they were the tallest buildings in the world.
Oh, wow.
But they're really a powerful statement about Malaysia's place, not just economically, but also culturally on the world stage.
I see.
And their design, too, is a blend of modern and traditional.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, those 8 pointed stars that you see,
Mm-hmm.
they're actually inspired by Islamic geometric patterns.
I would have never realized that.
Yeah, it's subtle.
Makes me want to see them even more now.
Yeah, but beyond those modern marvels, you'll want to see the historic side, too.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Batu Caves?
I have. I've seen pictures. The giant golden statue is pretty hard to miss.
Yeah, that's a 140-foot tall depiction of Lord Murugan, who's a central deity in Hindu belief.
Wow.
And those caves themselves, they're actually an active Hindu temple.
Oh, wow.
It's a major pilgrimage site, especially during Thaipusam.
Okay, I have to ask, what is Thaipusam?
It's a pretty intense festival. Thousands of devotees, some of whom carry these structures called kavadis, attached to their bodies by piercings,
Ooh.
as offerings to Lord Murugan.
Oh, wow.
It's a display of faith and endurance that is truly something to witness.
That's definitely not your average festival.
No.
I'm already sensing that Kuala Lumpur is full of surprises.
It is.
So, for a completely different view of the city, there's the Kuala Lumpur Tower.
Right.
So, another tower. What makes this one stand out?
Well, from the KL Tower, you get this amazing panorama of the entire city. You see how the skyscrapers blend with the older, more traditional neighborhoods.
Okay.
And it really puts KL's growth and evolution in perspective. Plus, it has a revolving restaurant at the top, so you can literally dine with a 360-degree view.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, sometimes those super touristy spots, they can be overwhelming.
Sure.
Are there places in KL where you can just, escape the crowds a bit?
Oh, absolutely. KL does a really good job of blending that bustling city life with pockets of tranquility. Like the Perdana Botanical Gardens, for example, are a true oasis right in the middle of it all.
Botanical gardens in a big city, I like that.
Yeah.
So what makes this one special?
Well, you've got lush greenery. You've got a really diverse collection of plants from all over. There's even a butterfly park and a deer park.
Oh, wow.
So it's a nice escape from the concrete jungle.
That sounds amazing. I always love finding those hidden gems, that offer a different perspective on a city.
Right.
What else is there to discover off the beaten path?
Well, let me transport you to Kampung Baru. Imagine traditional Malay life unfolding right in the heart of KL.
Okay.
Wooden houses, street food vendors, a slower pace of life
Mm-hmm.
that feels worlds away from the city's energy.
That's so fascinating how a city can hold such contrasting experiences within it, like old and new, modern and traditional. I'm sensing a theme here.
You're catching on.
Yeah.
And speaking of blending old and new, you've got to visit the Thian Hao Temple. It's one of Southeast Asia's largest and oldest Chinese temples. A beautiful example of traditional architecture.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you guessed it, it also has some pretty spectacular city views.
Okay, so we've got the towering views, cultural experiences, even a touch of nature. But what about shopping? Can KL deliver on that front?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kuala Lumpur is a shopper's paradise.
Ooh.
Exciting.
No matter what you're looking for.
So if I want high-end brands,
Oh, yeah.
where would I go?
You'd head to Surya, KLCC, and Pavilion Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
Those are your luxury malls.
Oh, I see.
All the big designer names.
Okay, got it. But I also love finding those unique local treasures
Right.
when I travel.
You have to check out Central Market
Okay.
and Peddling Street.
Central Market, what's that like?
It's in a beautiful Art Deco building.
Oh, wow.
And it's packed with stalls selling local crafts, textiles, souvenirs, all that good stuff.
Love it.
It's a great place to find those one-of-a-kind pieces.
Yeah.
And also support local artisans.
That's awesome. And what about Peddling Street? What's the vibe there?
Think bustling night market
Okay.
with a touch of chaos.
Oh, fun.
It's known for its bargain shopping and street food.
You can find everything from clothing and accessories to electronics and household goods.
Oh, wow.
You definitely need your haggling skills there.
Haggling. Huh.
Yeah.
I like a challenge. Now, before we get too caught up in the shopping spree,
Right.
gotta talk about the food.
Yes. The food in KL,
You've mentioned it a bit,
it's incredible.
but I'm ready to dive into those like must-try dishes.
Absolutely.
So, what are some dishes that have to be on my culinary bucket list?
You can't talk about Malaysian food without mentioning nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak.
It's considered the national dish.
Wow.
For good reason.
Okay, what is it?
Imagine fragrant coconut rice, spicy sambal, crispy fried anchovies, peanuts, and a perfectly boiled egg.
All in one dish.
All in one glorious dish.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, it's delicious.
What else?
Another classic is char kway teow,
Okay.
which is a stir-fried noodle dish, but it's so much more than just noodles.
Okay.
It's got that smoky woke flavor, often with prawns, cockles, egg, and bean sprouts.
Oh, wow. So much flavor.
It's very savory and satisfying.
Love that. Now, we can't forget about the street food, right?
Absolutely not.
I've heard amazing things about Kuala Lumpur's street food scene.
Have you tried satay?
I don't think so.
You have to try satay.
Okay.
They are skewers of grilled meat, usually chicken, beef, or mutton.
Huh?
But the real star is the peanut sauce.
Ooh, love a good peanut sauce.
It's rich, savory, slightly sweet, and totally addictive.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
You'll find satay stalls all over KL, especially at the night markets.
Awesome. Okay, last but not least, any recommendations for something maybe a little more unique?
Sure.
Something that most tourists wouldn't know about.
Have you heard of roti canai?
I don't think so.
It's this amazing flaky layered flatbread cooked on a griddle and often served with dal or curry for dipping.
Ooh,
It's popular for breakfast,
I see.
but honestly, you can enjoy it any time of day.
All right, I'm adding that to the list. Now, before we wrap up our culinary adventure, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier. The Michelin-starred restaurants.
Right.
In KL. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
For a city that's also known for its incredible street food.
It's true.
What's the fine dining scene like there?
Oh, it's world class.
Oh, wow.
KL has a growing number of Michelin-starred restaurants,
That's awesome.
showcasing innovative cuisine from around the globe.
I see.
You can find everything from modern European tasting menus to refined takes on traditional Malaysian dishes.
That's so cool.
It's a testament to KL's culinary diversity and its status as a global city.
I love how KL balances, like, the high-end dining
Right.
with the affordable street food
Yeah, there's something for everyone.
so seamlessly.
Exactly.
It really does offer something for everyone.
That's what makes KL so special.
Yeah,
It's a city that's constantly evolving, but it never forgets its roots.
I love that.
You can experience the cutting edge of modern Asia while still being immersed in rich history and tradition.
It's the best of both worlds.
It is.
So we've explored iconic landmarks, uncovered hidden gems, indulged in some delicious food.
It sounds like a good trip so far.
What else does KL have in store for visitors?
Well, beyond the usual tourist attractions, KL has a vibrant arts and culture scene.
Oh, cool.
You'll find world-class museums like the Islamic Arts Museum and the National Museum,
Okay.
as well as theaters hosting traditional and contemporary performances.
So KL, it seems to be a city of contrasts where you can really experience the best of both worlds.
You're right. It blends the old and the new, the traditional and the modern, seamlessly.
I love that.
That's what makes it so captivating.
Yeah.
You can explore ancient temples one minute and then be in a futuristic shopping mall the next.
Amazing. It sounds like KL really rewards those who are curious and adventurous.
Absolutely. It invites you to explore, to discover, to get lost in its vibrant streets and diverse neighborhoods.
I love that.
And you won't be disappointed.
All this talk of exploration is making me want to book a flight right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we mentioned FlightNHotels.com earlier as a great resource for planning a trip to KL.
For sure.
Can you remind us why it's such a great platform for travelers?
Well, it's a one-stop shop for all your travel needs. You can search and compare flights from various airlines, find and book hotels that match your budget and preferences, and even snag deals on package bookings, all in one place.
Super convenient, no more juggling multiple websites. Sounds like it simplifies the planning process. Now, let's talk logistics. Getting to and from the airport once you've landed in KL. What are the best options?
KLIA, Kuala Lumpur International Airport, is well connected to the city center.
Okay.
The KLIA Express train is a fast and efficient option.
Okay, cool.
It takes you directly to KL Central, which is a major transportation hub, in less than 30 minutes.
Awesome. So the train's a good option if you're looking for speed and efficiency.
Right.
What about other options, say for travelers who might have more luggage
Sure.
or prefer a door-to-door service?
You've got taxis readily available at the airport. You can also use ride-hailing apps like Grab, which are super popular and generally pretty affordable in KL.
Okay.
Just make sure you have a local SIM card
Oh.
or access to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the SIM card situation. Always forget about that when traveling internationally.
Right.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive into Kuala Lumpur, any essential tips or advice for first-time visitors?
Definitely.
What should travelers keep in mind?
Pack light clothing.
Okay, good one.
KL has a tropical climate. It's hot and humid year-round. You want to be comfortable, especially if you're doing a lot of walking and exploring.
Right, you don't want your clothes weighing you down in that heat. What else?
Always carry some local currency with you.
Okay.
While credit cards are widely accepted, especially in the city center, you might encounter smaller vendors or street food stalls that prefer cash.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good reminder. Any other words of wisdom?
Don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path. KL is a city of diverse neighborhoods, each with its own unique character and charm. Explore beyond those main tourist spots, get lost in the little streets and alleys, and you'll discover hidden gems.
I love that. Sometimes the best travel memories come from those unexpected discoveries.
Absolutely.
And lastly, safety.
Yeah.
Any tips for staying safe in KL?
KL is generally a very safe city. As with any travel destination, it's always smart to be mindful of your surroundings, take basic precautions.
Of course.
Keep your valuables secure, avoid walking alone in dark or deserted areas at night.
Right.
Be aware of potential scams.
Good advice. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Well, I think we've covered it all. From soaring skyscrapers to ancient temples, bustling markets to tranquil gardens, mouth-watering street food to world-class dining, Kuala Lumpur is a city of contrasts where modern and traditional blend seamlessly to create a truly unique travel experience.
Couldn't have said it better. It's a city that will captivate your senses, challenge your perceptions, and leave a lasting impression.
So there you have it, folks, our deep dive into the vibrant heart of Kuala Lumpur. We hope this episode has inspired you to add this incredible destination to your travel bucket list. And remember, whether you're drawn to Petronas Towers, the mystical Batu Caves, the bustling markets, the tranquil gardens, or the tantalizing flavors of Malaysian cuisine, Kuala Lumpur has something special in store for you.
So start planning your own KL adventure today. And don't forget to check out FlightNHotels.com for the best deals on flights and accommodations.
Until next time, happy travels!